Okay, so the big question, the question that everybody wants to know the answer to.
A mosh pit. We're in a mosh pit.
We're in a mosh pit. How do you make money in Entropia Universe? And you've probably heard us say this before, maybe not, maybe you haven't heard us say anything before, but we've said it before that it is possible to make money in Entropia.
And folks, we're going to teach you how to get rich.
Now, you've also heard us say that you don't want to go into this game expecting to make money, but there are ways that you can make money, and we will detail those in this video. Number one is sweating. If you've seen any of our other videos, you've heard us talk about sweating before. It's you're extracting the vibrant sweat from mobs in the game, and then you sell that sweat back to other players for money. And with the current price of sweat, this is probably something you probably want to avoid.
I mean, you can definitely make money in Entropia by sweating, but it's going to be like 65 cents an hour.
Yeah, I mean, even if that, I haven't done several hours worth of sweating in quite some time, but you're probably looking at
it's probably less, unfortunately.
Price of sweat. Sweat is sold in units of 1,000 bottles, so you'll see people selling like 1,000 bottles or 6,000, whatever.
And it takes a metric butt ton of hours to get that much.
You're probably looking at like 25 cents per hour for sweating, which this is an actual way you can make money doing this. It's just not a lot of money.
We are not making the game sound good right now.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but a ton of people do it, and it is free money. It is a way to make money. It's money. You get money out of it, but it's not a lot. Number two is trading, and since this game is based on a real cash economy, all the items in the game are worth actual money, and so you notice a lot of the items have a markup value, and that is because some items are more rare than other items, and players are willing to pay more for those items. Just like in the real world. And so what you can do is you can take advantage of this system and buy items for a lower markup and then sell them for a higher markup. And this is going to take a lot more...
it's a lot more initial investment. Like normally you need a good amount of PED to buy large amounts of things and then sell them.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy, a lot of research to be successful at this. It's going to be a lot of tracking of trends and what things are selling for, what people are willing to pay for, the rarity of each item. You're probably gonna have to bust out the spreadsheets for this one, but this is a way to make money.
At least one or two calculators.
You definitely have to bust out the calculator. But this is a way that you can make money. You can also buy items that are typically they're pretty rare, but maybe you see a trend of increasing value, so you can buy items, hold on to them for a little bit, and then resell them later for more money.
You'll notice in like areas like Twin Peaks and other like highly populated areas, people will be standing there, selling or buying things. These are traders. There's actually a trading channel, right? Or did they?
Yeah, you can see right here in the chat right now that you can see trade. That means it's a trade channel. There's these guys here. He's buying eye, muscle, sweat, thyroid oils. He's buying all this stuff. This guy's buying some ores and some minerals.
So
these
guys
you
would
traders.
buy at a certain like a certain percent over markup or a certain percent of markup. And then what they're doing normally is just they're buying like small amounts of things from different hunters that don't have enough. Like generally, it's not worth selling a small amount of stuff on the auction. So people will just sell to the traders for a lower percent. Then the traders accumulate enough to make it beneficial to sell in the auction and pay the auction price like that.
Yeah, it pretty much works like the real world. You can sell your items back to the trade terminal for base value, but if you don't have enough, you can't really make any money on the auction. The markup isn't high enough, so you can sell them to traders, make a little bit, and then those traders can pool all those items together, and then they can make a profit. It pretty much works like the real world. Number 3, there are Calypso land area deeds, Arcadia underground deeds, and some various other deeds that you can buy, and these will give you a return on your investment. And basically what these are, they're pretty much like stocks. They're stocks that return dividends, is essentially what these are. And there are a few different ones that you can choose from. Some of the more popular ones are Calypso land area deeds, which give you a share of the profits made on various land areas on Calypso.
I have one. I used to have a lot, but now I only have one.
I used to have some, I sold them. Right now, I have a few Arcadia Underground deeds, and I'm going to pull those up here. I got 16 of those right now. These are deeds for the Arcadia Underground, which is an area on Arcadia, and owning these will give you a return based on the revenue generated in that specific area. So Arcadia Underground, whatever revenue gets generated there, I get a cut of that. And then Calypso land area deeds, you get a cut of the land areas on Calypso. And basically, this is investing. You're going to need some money to invest in these. You need to actually buy the land area deeds, and then you get a return. They are not probably as high as you would expect for the initial investment amount. I think these Arcadia Underground deeds are going for about 50 ped. And for 50 ped for one of these, you get about, it depends on the day, but typically about 1 peck per day. And that may sound terrible at first. Like, wow, that's a terrible return on investment. Well, these things, after you buy them, they don't cost any money. And it's actually, I think I did the math one time, it's somewhere around a 12% return. That's actually pretty good. I mean, you can definitely look at this as like a investment opportunity.
What are the CLDs?
I haven't looked at them recently since I don't own any, but I think that they are around, they're paid out weekly, and I think they're like 4 ped per week, and they cost about like 1,500 to 1,600 ped for one of those.
That high? I thought they were like 12. Yeah, they fluctuate. I don't know.
Yeah, this is all based on the economy and all that kind of stuff. But that is probably one of the most surefire way to make money in Entropia is to buy these land area deeds.
As long as they don't go out of business, of course.
Right, yeah. It's
just like stocks goes.
I mean, this is basically, yeah, these are basically buying stocks is what you're doing. And this is very similar to real world stuff here. And so you're going to need some capital investment. You're going to need some money to get started in this. But this is probably one of the only ways you can actually make money in Entropia. And
without doing any work.
Yeah, exactly. You just go over to the auction, search on the auction, you can buy these deeds, and it just automatically, down here, there's a, I don't know if it shows up in the default UI, but here I got a button for the PedFlow Center. And in the PedFlow Center,
I had to add that.
Yeah, so you got your Calypso shares here, which I have none of, but then land area income. So this is my Arcadia Underground deeds. Right now I've got PED and 28 PEC in my account here, and I can transfer that to my actual account over here. And you can see since I have 16 of them, I get about 16 PEC per day, and shows you all that kind of stuff. This is probably the best way that you can actually make money in Entropia. Now it's going to, like I said before, it's going to take some capital investment, but this is one of the sure ways to actually make money in Entropia. Number 4, hunting, mining, and crafting.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So this is probably what most people expect to make money on. They'll join the game, buy some equipment, go out hunting, and then lose all their money and wonder why they didn't make money. This is the part of the game. This is not designed for you to make money. I think we did a really good job explaining this in our Is Entropia Universe a Scam video.
I don't know. Some of the commenters don't agree.
I think some people didn't get it or didn't watch the video. Overall, this game is a video game and not designed for you to make money. That's the bottom line right there. And so hunting, mining, and crafting are probably the 3 main activities of this game, and the 3 main activities that you are most likely to not get your money back doing. There are people that do this. We've mentioned this before. There are people that do this.
I mean, I'm going to generalize here, but I would say for the most part, anyone who is currently doing that has put either so much money or so much time into it that for you or most other people, it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth that much time or that much money to make what they're doing, which is why everyone doesn't do it.
These people that actually make money doing this have been playing for years and have put a significant amount of money into this game to get to the point that they're at. So it is possible to go out hunting and to bring back more money than you spent and to eventually withdraw money into your actual real-world bank account. But this is something that don't plan on this happening.
And I mean, if you didn't want to actually put the years in, you can chip in. I mean, I don't know if we've done a whole lot of talk about that.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about that much.
You can actually buy, you can sell and buy your skills. So you could buy skills to get up to level whatever you want to be. You could pay to be the highest level person in the game, but the amount of money you have to pay for that is insane.
Yeah, that's not a good way to make money in this game. And then finally, land areas. You heard us talk about the land area deeds, and that is basically buying shares in a land area or several different land areas, but you can actually buy land in this game. And several people have bought, let me pull up the map here. There are actual land areas on this here continent over yonder.
You'll notice people get globals and say this person got a global on blah blah blah. The name, whatever it says there, there's an actual game that's not Mindark. There's a player that owns that land area that named it, that added all the mobs to it, that pays to keep the mobs running and sets the taxes, and they get a percentage of all that.
Yeah, you'll see here on the map that there's all these different green squares or green areas of land, and these are actually owned by other players. People have actually bought these, and in return they get to tax all the revenue on that land. Hunting, mining, I guess, I don't know if crafting's taxed or not, but mining and hunting definitely are, and they get a cut of that, and away they go. And to buy one of these, I don't know what the price is. It probably varies depending on the land area, how much it actually costs to buy
I used to own part of one, and it cost us $30,000 US dollars.
Yeah, this is definitely, I would look at this at the same way as I would the Calypso land area deeds. This is an investment. It's going to take money to make money.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think some people don't realize like the amount of money you have to put into this to like own a land area or to do. I mean, I guess some of them do, because part of the whole popularity of this game is that it went down in the Guinness Book of World Records for Never Die buying. What was it? He bought Club Never Die for $100,000.
Yeah,
100,000 US or something like that. But yeah, like if you want, yeah, it costs a lot of money to do crazy stuff in this game. Like if you want to actually be able to own land and tax it, you're not going to just be able to put in $80 and whatever.
Yeah, this is definitely, you would definitely have to look at this as an investment. And in addition to these land areas are also, it depends, not as often as land areas come up for sale, but you know, things like the Asteroid, things like Crystal Palace a few years back, different, you know, huge items go up for sale every once in a while that people can buy and invest. And it's usually, you know, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars that these things sell for. So you definitely have to look at that as an investment. I don't think too many people drop 100,000 or a couple 100,000 on something that,
on a video game thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely, you got to look at it as an investment. But that is probably, if you're looking for a way to get rich quick, that's probably the way to do it. And if you're going to do that, you probably need to actually have a buttload of money to get started.
Or a lot of friends with a lot of money that are really trusting.
Yeah, exactly. Get some contracts drawn up.
Can I borrow like 20 grand? I got to put it into a video game. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, you'll get your money back, I promise.
It's totally legit.
But just like any other type of investment, especially at that scale where you're looking at investing tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, there's, I'm sure, a risk-reward type ratio you got to look at. It's like any other type of investing. You want to, there's always risk involved, and you manage the risk, and hopefully you come out on top.
So yes, unfortunately, there is no really cool machine you can walk up to and hit a button, and then you automatically get $100 in this game. Sorry if that's what you were expecting. I think we all were when we first started playing. Like, oh, I'm gonna make money.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of has that at first. I guess the difference is you got to manage that expectation, and you have to expect to, unless you want to invest money into this game, there's not a surefire way to actually make money out of this. You gotta have some money that you're willing to put into it before you can get some money out of it. And so those are the ways that you can actually, for real, make money in Entropia. Unfortunately, it's probably going to take you some money to get started and to actually make money, and you really got to look at it as an investment rather than, like we said, there's no lever you pull and you get a ton of money. But those are the ways. You heard us talk about that there are ways that you can make money in Entropia, and those are it. That's pretty much, those are the ways that you can make money in Entropia.
And if you have a better idea, which I'm sure some of you guys have, post in the comments and let us know.
So, thanks for watching. Bye.
Go make a bunch of money now.
Yeah.
Bye.